Little note here that it's about 35, 34 degrees, about 2 degrees Celsius, and I am warm.
Hello everyone, I'm Nathan Foster, and this is the budget conscious gear I wear every night to stay warm in winter on my way to work. At the time of this recording, I've taken this gear over 4,000 miles. I'll have links to all my gear so you can find it for yourself. Some links will be affiliate links, and that just helps me make more videos like this at no extra cost to you. Let's get into it.
So my first piece of gear would obviously be my helmet. I have a Sedici Strata 2. I got that from Cycle Gear. You can also find them at Revzilla. So again, it is the Sedici Strata 2. It is very comfortable. It is very warm. It has vents on the top and at the mouth, obviously right here. Of course, my camera might be covering that up. Little stuff in the road there. The Sedici Strata 2 comes in tons of different color variations. I chose this one because it matched my bike. Now, I'm not really sure about the venting for the summer because I haven't experienced summer yet, but this is an extremely popular helmet, so I would imagine that it must be decent. This helmet is DOT and ECE rated, which I thought was very important for me. Was I wanted good ratings. I believe it is the 0.5 rating. I can't remember. I will put that up on the screen so you can know. Now, the only issue that I have with this helmet, and I do have one, is that the cheek pads are actually quite tight. Very tight, in fact. I actually am having a hard time making sure I do not bite my cheeks while I'm speaking. Now, that could just be me, and it could just be that I have extra on my cheeks. But that is an issue that I personally have with it. Let this car pass me. There we go. Okay, they want to go quick. I will let them go quick. I'm in no rush to go anywhere. The next piece of gear is a ILM balaclava. I'll have a link for that in the description for you. It is very comfortable, and it does a pretty good job at blocking the wind. In anything above 40 degrees, it is absolutely perfect. Once you get into the close to freezing and below freezing, it is no longer perfect. Some wind and temperature does get to my neck, although it is far from unbearable. It's just a little something I noticed is like, oh, there's some spots on my neck are a little bit colder than the rest of my body. It does have some slits for your ears to get earbuds in. I think that's for wired earbuds. I don't really use that feature, and honestly, I actually kind of find it annoying. Kind of makes a weird pucker out on the balaclava, which is a little bit annoying. But I suppose that's not really a big deal considering these are under my helmet the entire time. So, it's not that big a deal. Now, my jacket is also from ILM. And I really, really like this jacket. I do have a couple issues with it, but for the most part, I really like it. I'll talk about what I don't like about it in a moment. First, let me talk about what I do like about this jacket. It is extremely warm, and it is waterproof. It is waterproof on the outside. Many jackets have a waterproof layer like that you put on the inside, but the jacket itself soaks up water like crazy. I think that's a pretty crazy design, but I get what they're doing. This one is not like that. The outer shell is waterproof and very waterproof. I have ridden in some very crazy storms. The only area on myself that got wet was like right around my waist area because my pants and my shirt or my jacket are not connected. The jacket has an insulation layer that you zip into it. It's very effective, and I really like that the cuffs have Velcro on them. You can tighten them up around your gloves or under your gloves, depending on how you want them. The jacket also has some retroreflective strips on it, and while they are quite small, they're actually very effective. I've used a flashlight on them, and I was very, very shocked at the results. Now for the things I don't like about the jacket. It holds up very well temperature wise, down to 40 degrees. But once you get in the 40s, it actually has a little bit of an issue, kind of a funny issue. The venting, if you'll notice, I've got some tape right here. Okay, and some tape right here. That tape is covering the zippers for my venting, which is very, very effective. But the problem is the zippers aren't perfect, and the wind can and does come through the zippers. Now it's not a ton, but if you're going on the highway 70 miles an hour, that really adds up to some very, very cold wind. Another negative or thing that I don't care for about the bike is probably also a positive, and that is that the jacket has really, really strong Velcro. Really strong Velcro covering the main zipper here and right here, and on all the pockets, which it does have loads of pockets. But the issue that I have with that is that it's so strong, it's already kind of destroying itself. Now, keep in mind, I've already ridden 3,000 miles with this jacket, and I have ridden in it every single day. I am commuting on my bike. So I've probably used the pockets for quite a few seasons for quite a few riders. But for me, the durability is a little bit of an issue with the pockets. Now, it's not a major issue because the pockets also have zippers, so they're covered there. It's just, the Velcro could have been a little bit less intense so that it could last longer. Oh, I forgot to mention, my jacket does also have armor in the shoulders, elbows, and the back. It has nothing on the chest. It is CE rated armor, although it doesn't have a level marking, so I think it's just impact rating, not abrasion rating. There's a train up ahead, and I don't want to wait on a train. Let's go this way. I have no idea where I am. So, I've mentioned that the jacket is not perfect at keeping me warm. It is good. So what am I doing to actually keep myself warm riding to work every night? The next layer under the jacket is an axial block shirt. It is meant to be a mid layer. The axial block shirt is extremely effective. Before I had that, I was wearing a hoodie, which really didn't block the wind. I mean, it kept me warm when I wasn't going down the highway, but as soon as I was going down the highway, it was a bit of an issue. So I went ahead and got the axial block shirt, and that has been an absolute game changer. Now, underneath my axial block shirt, I have the most important piece of gear that you absolutely have to have. You have to have an awesome Cheesy Dad shirt. If you don't have an awesome Cheesy Dad shirt, I guess any old t-shirt will do. Underneath my awesome Cheesy Dad shirt, I have an Under Armour long sleeve warm gear shirt. Or is it heat gear or cold gear? I think it's cold gear. I'll put the label. Okay, moving on down. I am wearing HWK riding pants. Now, these pants are meant to go over top of what you are currently wearing, and they work very well at doing that. I really have nothing negative to say about these pants. Although, well, no, I do have one thing negative to say about them, but we'll get to that in a minute. They are extremely comfortable. They have armor on the hips and the knees. Again, CE rated, but they don't have a level marking, so I'm assuming that is just impact. These pants on top of a regular pair of jeans are extremely warm. I know I've talked about layering up on the top. I have never layered up on the bottom, not even when I've ridden in 20-degree weather. I've ridden in 20 degrees, crazy wind. I go over bridges and through tunnels, and my legs have never been cold. These are so warm and so comfortable. I'm a little bit worried about what they're going to be like in the summer. They do have some pockets. Pockets on the sides are very effective. They are Velcro, and I use those pockets all the time. They're very secure. I actually put my wallet in them while I'm riding. I'm that confident in these pockets. The waist is elastic. It's 2-button and has a zipper enclosure. It also has Velcro on the sides. So if you're worried that, after family time, your waist might be a little bit bigger from all that good food, these pants can accommodate. And they can also accommodate if you're cutting weight. So, win-win. They have zipper cuffs down at the legs so that you can have them either over your riding boots or under your riding boots, are also waterproof. My legs have never gotten wet in a rainstorm. So moving on down to my boots, I have Sedici boots. I do not remember which ones I have. I will put a link to them in the description. They are very comfortable. I think I say that about all my gear, but I chose my gear based on protection and comfort and budget. Budget was a really, really big thing in choosing all of my gear. Now there's one piece of gear that I have not mentioned yet, and that's because currently I'm not wearing them because I would be absolutely sweating it out right now if I was wearing them. That is my Iron Jaws gloves. These have 3M Thinsulate in them. They are extremely effective, and they are probably the least expensive piece of kit I own. Now, still being very real, the gloves are not perfect. They're kind of a bit like winter snow gloves converted to riding gloves, which is, and take that as you will. The most effective would probably be a pair of leather gloves, because leather will 100% block all the wind. These do not block all of the wind, they block most of the wind, and the insulation is very effective. Once you get close to the 30s and the 20s, they lose a little bit of their effectiveness. So that is my very budget conscious friendly gear that I am wearing to stay warm in winter. It is not perfect. Of course, you can spend tons of money and get something absolutely amazing like heated gear. This list does not include any heated gear or anything highly expensive, which is the point of this list, and also what I budgeted for when I was kitting out my gear.
Hope you liked this video. If you didn't, well, you're probably not here right now anyway. Here's a link to my previous video in case you missed it. More motorcycle content is on the way. Love ya, Nathan out.